Okay, good morning, Madam Usha. So, as we all know, this interview is regarding education administration. So, it refers to educational leadership, instructional development, performance evaluation, and fiscal management. Teachers and support workers must be overseen by principals and other administrators. So, in order to dig deeper, we are going to conduct an interview with you on educational administration. So, good afternoon once more. So, these are my teammates, me, myself, Niranjanah, and then there's Ali, Huzaifah, Amirul, Asyraaf, and Danial, Fitri. So, without further ado, let's get down to business with the questions. So my first question is, would you mind sharing a little bit about your profession?
Okay, I'm Miss Usha, and I'm currently in the post of PKHAM in SMK Vivekananda. I think all of you are aware of what is PKHAM, right? It's more on students' affair. I'm the senior assistant, one of the senior assistants, and I'm mostly dealing with the students' affair. So I have been elected as PKHAM for I think, almost 4 years in this school.
Okay. So my second question will be, can you tell us more about being a ham? I mean, PK ham, the scope of your work. Like, what are your job scope?
Okay, as I mentioned earlier, I'm one of the panel senior assistants. Okay, so normally I will handle more on students' affair. Okay, sometimes when the principal is not around, I'm also responsible towards the curricular activities. But normally, if the PK curriculum is there, I will handle more on students' affair. If both of them, if the absence of both of them, then I'm responsible to handle with the curricular activities as well. So my duty is more on students' affair like discipline, counseling, and I also handle in the distribution of duties among the school prefects. We have selected some students to be the prefects, so I will make sure the distribution of the duties among them. So overall, we will ensure about the safety of the school and the safety of the students when they are in the school.
Okay. And yeah, what are the qualities someone has to hold the position of a PK ham in a school? Like,
Basically, I would say you need to have experience. Okay. As for me, I started as a normal teacher in this. I mean, not in this school, from the other school. I started with the normal teacher, and I worked for almost 6 years. Then I've been selected as Ketua Panitia Mathematics. So that's how you gain the experience first. You have to be the normal teacher, work in the normal environment, and then you slowly upgrade yourself in the school level. So from that experience, first you can't go directly to be a PKHAM. You need to be PK co-curriculum first. You have to go for an interview. First, you have to apply, and then if you are selected, then you need to go for the interview. Then you will be selected to be the PK co-curriculum, then only you need to upgrade yourself to be PKM. So actually, basically, the what to say the job scope of these three senior assistants are totally different. PK co-curriculum will be more on sports and extra co-curriculum activities. So from there, when you upgrade yourself to be PKM, that job scope is another different type of job scope. So we mostly, I would say, you need experience lah to be this to handle this post.
I see. Thank you. For the rest of the question, I'll pass to my next teammate, which is Ali Huzaifah. You can carry on.
Okay, okay, my name is Ali. I'll be asking about programs. So
Okay.
I understand as a PKHAM, you're responsible for handling some programs for the school, am I right? So can you tell us
Yes.
what sort of program do you handle as a PKHAM?
Okay. Normally, when it comes to school program, we do not have like separate. Okay, co-curriculum. You have a separate program. Curriculum. We will have a combination of these three bidang tugas. Okay, so we will not every year we will have the reading campaign, especially for the exam class students like SPM and PM, PT3 students. Okay, that will help them in their education to increase their NILA marks. NILA is the reading, how many books they read, and like they will get marks for that. Apart from that, we also have some social activities like Gotoroyo. It will improve the rapport among the teachers and students. Okay, so as if you specifically for my Vida, my job scope, we will have the kind of a Bulan Kemerdekaan, the patriotic celebration of the patriotic month. So during the 1 month period, we will have different kind of competition like debate, singing competition, and all that. So more this kind of program will improve their inner, how to say that, the self motivation. Our focus is to make them disciplined, right? So this kind of program will help them to be more disciplined and self motivated.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the programs that.
Yeah, there's a lot of programs. In your you mentioned that these programs help them with their discipline, right?
Yep.
So in your experience as a PKHAM, what are how do these programs benefit the students other than discipline?
Okay. I would say this kind of program it will give opportunity for them to showcase their talent. Okay, how will they be disciplined? When we give recognition for them, they will be self-motivated and they will control their discipline, So indirectly, it will give them motivation to learn more and they can enjoy their own learning. That's how, like, we keep aside the discipline. We want them to learn better with their own self-motivation. So I think this kind of program will improve their learning with their own self-motivation. As you can see now, students have to be responsible on their own learning, right? Because we are doing the online teaching and all that. So we want them, the students, to be responsible towards their learning. So even though we do not meet the students face-to-face, we also organize this kind of program through online. So we can see many of them participated. So we want to give them the opportunity to show their talent while improving their learning.
Oh, so it's about being active also in their learning.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. That was a very clear explanation. That's all from me. Daniel, Fitri, you can proceed with your questions.
So let's proceed with my questions. So what is the role of PKHAM in applying to students' discipline? I mean, what do PKHAM does to ensure that the students are disciplined in the school?
Okay, PKHAM is a very important person, the person that really responsible towards discipline, students' discipline. I have my teammates, the teacher who is in charge of the prefect, the teacher who is in charge of the counseling, but I will be the leader for them. So how we as a team manage the student discipline is we have a set of rules in our school. Like, for example, we will make sure all the students be at school by 7:20. They cannot be later than that. And before they go to class, they need to gather in the school compound. So we will have some kind of like reading activities and all that. So they can't simply move around in the school. They have to be like they have to line up first. So we have this kind of set of rules. So like more on the simple rules, like whenever they pass by a teacher, they need to greet them. And we have some restricted area in the school, like Benkel, Kemaran Hidup, library. So they can simply enter these areas. They need to have teachers' permission or teachers' consent before they're entering these kind of places. So this set of rules, actually we have also displayed these rules around the school as to give the reminder for the students. Oh, okay, I should not do the do's and don'ts in the class, in the canteen, in the library, when they want to go to the staff room, office, wherever they go, they can see the set of rules. So by having the guidelines, the rubric, the students will always stay disciplined, and they know what is the do's and don'ts that they have to follow in the school.
All right, thank you. So my next question is like, how do you handle, for example, like students with disciplinary problems? How do you cope with that kind of students?
Okay, first we will identify this kind of students. I mean, how do we identify this kind of students? Through the class teachers. We will receive the report from the class teacher or the subject teacher of the particular class. Then we will refer them to the school counselor. We can't simply punish them or scold them or be harsh to them. So we will start with a nice way by giving counseling. So we will have the counseling session with the students. Sometimes we will have an individual session or the group session. If the problem persists, if the student keep doing the same thing, then we will contact the parents, ask the parents to come to school to meet the principal. So these are the things that we do. If the problem is really serious and it's really cannot be controlled, then we will have a serious action to be taken, like sack them from the school or give the warning letter for them and all that. But if it's a very simple discipline problem, like fighting in the school, Ponteng Scholar, all that, the first thing is what we do is to refer them to the counselor. And we have a very good counselor in school. My school students, they really love the counselor. So because of him, we have less discipline problem in the school. So we can say that the counseling session in my school is a successful thing.
All right, thank you so much for explaining. And so for the further questions, Amirul will take over.
Hello, my name is Amirul. So we're gonna proceed with the last two questions. So
okay,
during the pandemic, what is the student perspective on online learning? What do you think?
Okay, in my school we have a very clear, like two clear groups. One group of students, they are very actively participating in online. If any case, if teachers have to cancel the class, the student will request, why teacher, why we have to cancel the class? Can't we have a replacement? All those sort of things. So one group is really active. So we really appreciated that group. And we can see another group of students, they really did not participated in any online classes. So maybe they have poor background, they have no device, they have no internet connection. So we assume like it's not many students, but quite a number of students, with one bunch of students, they really did not follow the online classes. So teachers have to face the challenges because one group, they have already taught the subject or the particular topic to one group of students. When another group of students, they did not join the online class, so it's difficult for them to do the school-based assessment. I hope all of you are aware of the school-based assessment. We need to give them the band for the students. So it's very difficult for us to assess the students if they do not come for the online class. So the perspective is, I would say one group is really good and another group is, they are not so active. Not to say not active at all in these online classes.
Okay, thank you. So for the last question, as a PKM, what do you think is your most challenging experience and how do you overcome the challenges? As a PKM, what is your experience?
Okay, during this pandemic season, the one and only thing that we focus is to make sure the students attend the online classes. Okay, so even though we have as I mentioned earlier, we have the programs through online, but then yes, we have students who participated, but the most important thing that we focus is we want to make sure the students attend the online classes. So that is the most challenging part. So as a PKM, what I did is I take the attendance from the students, from the teachers, subject teachers. We have a special templates for them to key in the attendance every day. So we will monitor how often the student attend the class and do not attend the class. So if we can see if a student do not attend the class frequently, we will contact the parents. And then we also personally help some of the students by giving them the gadgets and all that. So during this pandemic, as a PKM, I try to solve the attendance problem among the students for this online classes. And some of the students, they do not focus during the class. They do some kind of naughty things, even the discipline problem occurs during the online class. Some students, they like to hack their friends' work, they go and hack the due date. I don't know, nowadays the students are so smart, they can change this due date. So for that, we have a system to monitor. So we change the system, like even Google Meet also, we have some restriction. They cannot simply enter from the outside. I mean, they can only use the ID that is provided by Ministry of Education. So even during the online class also, we have a set of rules for them to follow. So that's what I did as a PKM during this pandemic.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm done with all the question. Is there anything you guys want to say?
Thank you so much for giving us this interview, Madam Usha. It means a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think
thank you
all
for
my answers, sure. I think my answers are helpful.
very
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah,
Very
very
helpful.
Okay,
helpful.
thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank
Especially
you so
about the
much. Nice to
pandemic.
meet
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Nice to meet
Nice
you
to
too.
meet you, Madam
You
Usha.
too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.